Hey Bulldogs, let's see what's happening this week on Cold Blue Now. Gavin talks about the importance of bees on the environment, Emma highlights a local Vietnamese spot, and Neb showcases exactly what's up at the prom swap. Now please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Now please remain standing for a moment of silence. Thank you. Hey Bulldogs, I'm Amy Yip here with Dear Patel, and welcome back to another episode of Cold Blue Now.
What's up, Bulldogs? Before we start off, how was everyone's break? I know mine was great. I took a trip up to Boston.
Well, to be honest, I've just been working this past week.
Wow, you sure were working hard. I'm jealous.
I sure was, and that's exactly what our students at HMHS were doing. I'm talking about those who recently got inducted into the National Honor Society yesterday.
Last night, HMHS held the annual National Honor Society induction ceremony. Many high school students were recognized for their great academic achievements, along with their dedicated time to their community throughout the years. Each student was presented with a certificate and were able to show their appreciation and gratitude to their families for their support. The NHS seniors were also recognized with sashes for their time and dedication. Congratulations to the following new inductees: Naya Baker, Nazar Boyakub, Molly Chaka, Dylan Fox, Hannah Huynh, Christine Lee, Eva Liu, Laisa Macedo, Brady Matheson,
Matthew McClellan, Finley Moore, Gavin Moore, Katie Nguyen, Meredith Orgel, Brianna Santiago, Josue Velarde, Ayane White, and Emily Yip.
Again, a huge congrats to all you scholars out there.
Well, that was definitely a way to start off coming back from spring break.
Spring has to be one of my favorite seasons.
I prefer winter. You don't have to deal with the pollen, and with pollen comes bees.
But aren't bees good for the environment? They're more important than you think.
I see you're trying to convince me, but it doesn't seem to be working.
Well, if I can't convince you, I know a place that might.
Within a couple weeks, the Winnetou Oceanside Resort will reopen for the season. While preparing for the season to begin, there are two different types of busy bees on the property.
I became a beekeeper back in May of 2023, so this is my first full year. It's something I've wanted to do for about a decade and had the opportunity. We have this beautiful space here at Winnetou with over 11 acres right by the ocean, and perfect opportunity to keep bees and use that as an opportunity to educate our guests. In a lot of cases, people think bees are pollinating only kind of those beautiful flowers that you see, in flower shows and in the movies. In reality, they're pollinating a ton of plants and shrubs and trees that you don't even think of because they don't have, a beautiful flower attached to them.
For one thing, the bees have really made this property kind of boom. It's really helped with not just the flowers, but a lot of the fruit. My first year here, there wasn't much to write about as far as beach plums and black raspberries. And then first year with the bees, all of a sudden it was everywhere. The beach plums we had so many that didn't even know what to do with them.
In just the 1 year, we've seen certain plants and shrubs and trees really take off. In one case, we have a lot of native beach plums, which is a fruit tree here kind of in Katama. We owe a lot of that, I think, to the bees for their ability to pollinate at really unreal levels.
Being a chef, I'm super connected to the products I'm using, and one of my favorite flavors is honey, and that's why I got a bee tattoo.
For me, I think it's the opportunity to get away from the office, do something a little bit different. It sounds strange because most people get really hyper when their bees are around them. They get nervous, the heart rate goes up. I feel a little bit of an opposite effect, more like they're calming. And the more you work with them, the more you really appreciate what an amazing insect that they actually are.
I didn't realize bees could be this interesting. But for now, I'm Gavin Moore, reporting for Code Blue Now. Back to you in the studio.
Even after that segment, just the sound of a buzzing bee still scares me.
Buzzing bees is like music to my ears.
Well, I'm sure you'll be buzzing with excitement because the 8th grade class will be embarking on a whale watch. But before you can even attend, make sure you fill out those permission slips. They are due to Miss F no later than next Tuesday, April 30th.
Also coming up for our 7th and 8th grades is yet another MCAS. 7th grade will be taking their math sessions on May 8th and 9th, while 8th graders take their ELA sessions on May 6th and 7th.
Away from all the testing, and if you're trying to practice your basketball skills, there's going to be a summer basketball clinic. It will be for upcoming 6th through 9th graders. Look out for dates June 17th, 18th, 20th, and 21st.
Times for these days will be from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. Each session will cost you $50. If you have any questions, be sure to contact Mr. Kistner.
While Deer and I don't really know too much about sports, we sure know someone who does.
And live in the studio is our trusty sports guy. Chuck, it's all yours.
What's up, Dog Nation? Welcome back to the Sports Report. The baseball team is currently 2-5 after a 6-3 loss against Westport yesterday. Their next game is this upcoming Monday against South Shore Tech. The softball team is currently 1-6, and their next game is against Mashpee this upcoming Tuesday. In national news, the NFL Draft kicked off last night for the first round of picks. The New England Patriots selected their quarterback of the future, Drake May, with the 3rd overall pick. That's all I got. Back to you guys at the desk.
I'm sure if I was playing baseball, I would need a bite to eat afterwards.
I got you because I know a place in Braintree that really hits the spot.
What place you got in mind?
It's a local spot named Lumi that I learned from guest reporter Emma Tran.
A new restaurant has opened its doors at South Shore Plaza. The Chung family has brought their traditional family recipes and culinary skills to welcome customers to a variety of different Vietnamese cuisine and culture as they offer a menu full of delicious cravings.
自己我就中意絲收嗰個，好多人咧就中意 egg form 嗰個。My role is owner. This business is Vietnamese, basically baguette or we call bánh mì, which is original from Vietnam and a coffee shop. About 20 years ago, we owned a Vietnamese restaurant in Mass. This is like our family recipe, and this is more like a passion for us, and that's why we want to continue this business. You know, one day can be very challenging. You know, short staffs can be, very, very busy. Sometimes can be, slow, because especially in the business inside the mall, we cannot even expect the volumes or the clientele. So this is very, very challenging when we open business inside the South Shore Plaza.
I am not a coffee drinker, but I ordered the egg coffee from here. It's kind of a little bit strong, so I asked for a mild version. Today I ordered the guava yogurt chiller. It's not something that I usually drink, but I just want to try and see, what it tastes like. It was pretty good. So something that I've never tried, but enjoy.
Egg puffs?
That food looks so good, I just have to check the place out.
I wonder if there's somewhere I can find food that is just as good.
I've heard that prom has some tasty meals if that's what you're looking for.
Before we even go into prom, though, don't forget about that Grand March, which will be on May 10th and starts at 5:15 in the school.
Also, for students who bought prom tickets, be on the lookout for an email from Miss Reagan with additional info.
You already know I'm going to be looking out for that email.
You're going to prom, right? Do you have anything to wear?
Don't even worry, dear. I have a dress, but for those who don't, there's something at the Holbrook Public Library you might be interested in.
Nev has the scoop.
At our Holbrook Public Library, people are giving their clothes a new opportunity to shine again. Clean formal wear and accessories will be donated for HMHS and other schools' proms, and they will be bought for free.
I brought the idea to my director, but I can't take credit for it because I did find it on a librarian group.
I know that Not a lot of people can afford to spend a ton of money on a dress they're going to wear once. So it seemed like a natural fit for Holbrook for us to do a prom swap.
This isn't just for girls either. This is for all genders. We also have jewelry too. So any clean jewelry, any clean formal wear we'll accept.
I really do hope we do the prom swap again next year. You know, we've had such a great outpouring of generosity from our community. They've donated so many gowns and accessories and suits. And I think that it shows that this is something that we can sustain in the future.
Having the prom swap idea is going to help alleviate the costs of prom much more for students and kind of support them and, you know, having fun.
I think we're hoping to get as many as we need. We want to have as many prom dresses and suits as there are people who need them.
Come down to the library where shopping begins on April 23rd to May 9th. More information can be found on their website and social media. I'm Nevaeh Kara reporting. Back to you in the studio.
Prom season is gonna come by so fast, I just can't wait.
But before we go to prom, we still have our AP exams, dear.
Oh yeah, so for all our AP students, remember that exams are within the next 2 to 3 weeks.
Well, what are we still doing on the air? We gotta go study.
Well, since me and Amy need to study, that's all for us this week. I'm Dear Patel.
And I'm Amy Yip, and we'll see you next week.